live? And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome on into the stream. How is everybody doing today? My stream working or something? What is going on? Are we live? Is my stream not live? It says I'm live. I am so confused. It says I have 6 people watching me, but if I'm live right now, I'm not seeing the chat. So I have no clue if anyone's actually here or not. Oh, let me pull it up over here. Okay, I can see chat over here. Why can't I see it over here? Let me refresh, maybe. There we go. Hi, guys. For some reason, I couldn't see chat, so I had no clue if I was live or not. But hi, Brian, Price, William, Kyle, Adam, Mark. Welcome on in, guys. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring anybody. I just couldn't see anybody. I was very confused for a minute there, not gonna lie. I just got your DM, Adam, Mark. Yeah, for some reason, I couldn't see my chat. So I had no clue if I was actually live or not. I was afraid that something wasn't working. We're ghosts? Yeah, probably. I don't know. I've never seen that before. I've been having so many technical difficulties right now over the last few hours. It's been insane. Thank you, though, Adam Mark, for letting me know. I appreciate you, man. But hi, guys. Welcome on in. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I honestly don't know what happened there. Okay. Well, now that I know that we're live and I can see everything again, welcome back to the Pokemon White 2 Evolution Randomizer thing. I don't remember. It's been a while since it's been over a week since I streamed this. Let me actually also fix this. It has literally been over a week since I last... No. It's been a week since I last played this game. So it's a little bit insane. Also, if Price or any of the mods who are lurking want to join call, you guys are all more than welcome to. Alright, here we go. There we go. I hope that week was pleasant and you had fun. It was a really nice week off. It certainly was. It was nice to have a little break and get a little vacation, which was very nice. For anyone that wasn't in the stream yesterday, I did go on vacation for a week, or about a week. And I ended up going to Universal Studios down in Florida, which was really fun. So we had a great time, but it definitely feels nice to be back. I also just realized I don't have any water. So I'm going to disappear for a minute and go get some water, but I will be right back. I could be dying, who knows? Huh? I don't know. I'm not a paramedic. Alright. Now we can officially start the game. Also, don't mind me, guys. I'm eating some crackers. My stomach is a little off today, so... But anyway, team recap, shall we? We have Jadagi the Fampi with Tangled Feet as an ability. Stormy the Gloom with Hypercutter. Devin the Third with Speed Boost. Will the Excelgor with a Volt Absorb. Milo, our shiny Jirachi with Toxic Boost. And Gemini, the Seismitoad with Stench. Now you're making me hungry. Sorry, Adamark. I don't know what, my acid reflux been a little off today. Like, it's weird, it's like right here has been a little off under like my chest area. But then it's also in my stomach. But I have had acid reflux issues before. So, most likely that's what it is. Hopefully, either that or I'm dying. Either is a possibility. But anyway. I don't remember what we did, honestly. It's been a week since we last played this game, and I don't remember what we have to do. Oh, we're in the next town with the gym, that's right. Alright, let's go in. Because I think we... Oh, that's right, I grinded up last stream. A little off-screen. So now the team is all level 31. That's right. Okay, now I remember. Go to fresh water. Here we go. Well. Okay, I guess you can battle me. Bomb of snow. This is not good at all. Wow, I don't have anything good against this. Let's go to Milo. Yeah, good thing I switched. Same. Drink a meteor. Wow. Oh crap, we're to sleep. Yeah, damn it. No worries, Adam Mark. A swallow. What is that move? Jinx. Let's go to Gemini. Okay. You have Zorb? In a place it can stay in. Crap hammer. Ooh, the one shot. Nice. Oh, hi. Wait. I was trying to talk to you. You have snow warning. On the stormy, the gloom. That's belief. Napalm, we can stay in. Close combat. Goodbye. Oh yeah, Gloom's evolving. Nice. What we gonna get? What are we gonna get? Alright, Weezing. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not the worst Pokemon. Oh. Hello, Salamence. Oh god, this thing has speed boost. Oh, he's biting. Oh god, that's actually really bad, really bad, really bad. on. Yes. Lily Pop. Oh, Stormy. Did you have close combat? Wait. No, I didn't mean to go down. Oh, hi, Clay. Made it. Alright, here we go. Crawdon. Actually, that was a mistake. Yeah, that was a big mistake. Devin should know something, right? Yeah, you know Frenzy Plant. Why did I do so much? Holy God. Speaking of the devil. Well.
Hello, Kevin.
Hey. Then speaking of the devil. You just leveled up in the game.
Oh, yay!
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna...
I feel older and stronger already. Oh, did you just share your screen with me?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Wow, that was a crit. Alright.
Oh, look at me. I'm a samurai. Not samurai. I'm a ninja. That's it.
Why do you have Blast Burn?
Kevin, did I just die?
Yes. To a ninja that had Blast Burn.
Well, folks, it was a nice run. But I'm now dead.
Not entirely. I'm not doing a Nuzlocke anymore.
Oh, never mind. Folks, I'm alive.
I stopped the Nuzlocke after I got team wiped with that. Because I'm not losing the shiny.
That's right. I guess for some reason I thought what you'd done was basically said the shiny stays.
Yeah, no, it was... Alright, we just got the Wheezing, so what are you going to evolve into? A Dino.
Ooh.
I mean, it's wireless. Okay.
That's cool.
I'll take it. And now you're evolving, Will.
Arceus. Mewtwo.
Zoroark.
Zoroark.
Which is just as cool.
Sorry.
Hey, Milo, how you doing, buddy?
That laugh really only works with Zoroark or Darkrai.
We got another evolution, okay. What are you gonna be? Oh, a dealing.
Oh, that's cute.
Cool. Alright, well, we just defeated the next gym.
Awesome.
Got our 5th badge. And Mud Bomb. Okay. Not bad. Oh. Well, thank you.
Oh, we took an elevator.
Oh.
Oh man.
Did you have a nice dinner, Will?
The dinner was fine. What I'm really enjoying was I just finished a glass of chocolate milk. Oh my gosh. Oh. So yesterday, the cafeteria at my school
Yeah.
made too much food for the
Yeah.
kids that came to test.
Mm-hmm.
So I had my lunch, and then the head custodian comes over and he says, "Hey, uh, do you like the pizza that they make here?" And I had a slice of pizza, and I said, "Yeah, I enjoy their pizza. It's not bad. I mean, it's school cafeteria pizza. I mean,"
Yeah.
he says, "Do you want some to take home?" And I said, "Oh, like." So he says they made too much. They made too much, and it's going to end up getting thrown away. So, do you want to take some pizza home? And I said, "Oh, I'd love to."
Mm-hmm.
Now, Kevin, have you seen the? You've seen large pizza boxes, right? Like
Yeah.
if you order a large pizza. Have
Yeah.
you seen the extra large pizza boxes?
Not really. There's not many places that have extra large around here.
So, have you ever seen a pizza box that is so big that even on an entirely empty shelf in your fridge, it fills the entire shelf, and even pushed all the way back, your refrigerator door doesn't even want to close?
Jeez. Not
So
really how
he
big
brings
the
me a
box is.
pizza box that size with an entire pepperoni pizza in it.
A 24
He
inch
says,
pizza.
and he says, "Trust me, this isn't the only box they gave me, so I'm giving you one because it's going to get thrown away if you don't eat it." I said, "Okay." So
mean,
I had
why not?
leftover school pizza.
Fair enough. Oh, I forgot to level up Stormy back to the level it should have been at. Ooh, Sableye.
Pretty cool.
Sableye's not bad. And I
Oh,
guess,
that was quick.
yeah, I forgot to level it up to the level it should have been at, but oh well. Oh, Tyrogue. Nice.
Talk about some random Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens in this thing. Alright, so you're technically level 34 now. And you're 32.
Now, what's my ability now that I'm a Zoroark?
I actually forgot to check that. Let's find out. You have immunity.
Oh,
That is not bad at all.
I can't get poisoned.
Adaptability. Tinted lens. I don't remember where we gotta go. Oh, okay. A Conferegus. Ow. Oh, did that level up again? And so did Will.
Ooh,
Ooh, Mega Drain.
I gotta be now.
Ow. Noctowl Milo.
Dang. I just opened up the stream on my phone so that I could see the chat.
Yeah.
So, hey, Price. Hey, Milo. Yes, 24-inch. Might have even been a 34-inch pizza. It was huge. It is huge. What am I saying? I'm not eating enough of it to do it. It's less huge.
All right. You're now a Crustal.
Ooh.
All right.
That's a cool one.
Not bad. Oh yeah, you're evolving too. I forgot.
Let's see what I'm gonna be now. Mew, Charizard, Blaziken, Meganium.
Cherubi.
You're joking. Well, at least I'm cute. Because I'm not a big, powerful Pokemon right now. Speaking of cute.
Oh.
Ooh. By the way, I just absolutely loved Togepi's like animation, just like resting animation. Dancing, prancing back and forth. It was just adorable.
Yeah. Oh, well, we did. Why can't you get away?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Two steps and we already run into another Pokemon. Oh, hi, Shroomish. And a circle.
You don't have Fly yet, Kevin?
No. I think that's the 6th. After the 6th gym.
Ah.
It's fairly late in Gen 5.
Yeah. Wow, Sendao actually had the Sandstream ability.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. And off we go.
So, Kevin, I know you went live last night, so you probably already talked yourself, like talked about this a lot. But what was your favorite part of your trip?
It was really nice, like, because I had never been to Universal down in Florida. I went to the one in California before. So, like, it was really cool to kind of, like, see everything. Like, you get to walk through the Jurassic Park sign. Meeting, it was really just, I really don't have a specific favorite part. Because, like, all the rides were really cool. You got to see a ton of cool, yeah, we met, SpongeBob, we met, the guy from Despicable Me, we met a dinosaur that tried to eat me. It was just a lot of pretty cool things.
Well, that's awesome. Did you build a wand?
No.
You didn't make a wand.
I did not.
Ash will be so disappointed.
I mean, it was really cool to see, like, the Harry Potter world. We rode the Hogwarts Express.
Ooh, the train.
Mm-hmm. Which that was pretty cool to experience.
Now, what about the Harry Potter ride where it's like you're on a broom?
Yes, we rode that.
Ooh, how was that?
That was actually pretty cool.
Nice.
We get another.
So, I don't know if I do get a chance to go to Universal at some point. I don't know if I would end up making a wand or getting a wand. I know when I finally can go back to Disney World, I am building a lightsaber.
Yeah, I don't know if you actually, because my sister got a wand, but I don't think you actually build them. I think you just buy them.
You just get them. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. That's fine. But I am building a lightsaber when I get
Yeah.
to go to Star Wars. We're gonna get to go to Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah. See, that was something that we really wanted to do, but we weren't able to do.
Yeah.
But next time. Oh, Pokemon. You're on encounter. Okay, then.
Well, wait a minute. Dupe's Claws?
It's not technically Deuce because we haven't got it yet.
I evolve into that.
Not entirely.
Not entirely?
Every evolution is random.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wow. Wow. How quickly we forget the, main rule of this game you're playing. That every level evolves into something else.
Trust me, it's happened to me a few times before. I'd run into, like, oh wait, we already had. Wait, no, we didn't. Like, if something evolved into a Cherim, that's a different story.
Man, poopy. Oh, I see how it is. And synthesis. Ooh!
That was a nice crit.
I think you're gonna be able to throw a Pokeball on this one.
Hopefully. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool, like they had a lot of thrill rides, a couple roller coasters.
Oh sure.
A lot of really cool things, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I was surprised that they didn't have once was a parade, because usually at those kind of parks they have a parade.
Well, I know Disney does parades, but I didn't know if Universal does.
I'm pretty sure they do.
I wonder if they're not doing the parades yet, because that would require people to gather, closer together on the sides of the roads.
Well, here's the thing. The week that we went, like that Monday, they opened a lot more than they used to. And they had officially announced that you don't need to wear masks at all times, only while inside places or inside the attractions. So, like, in lines that go into a hello, Shaman.
Oh, it's a shame. I like Shaman.
Shaman's a good mon.
I especially like the Sky form, but I like Shaman.
But yeah, it's like it definitely was interesting because like you didn't need reservations to get on certain things. You didn't need the only times you really need the masks were inside places or inside the line. But overall, it wasn't required. So like I don't think the gathering was much of an issue anymore.
Yeah.
But it was still interesting. Like they still had at times the things when you get to meet characters, which is how we saw some of them. They had the Scooby-Doo cast at one point too. They came down in the Mystery Machine.
Oh, that's cool.
The only one that wasn't there was Scooby-Doo. It was literally everyone else but Scooby.
Wait. What?
Mm-hmm. When Scooby...
So, the whole Mystery Incorporated, just minus the character that your show was named after.
Yeah. It was definitely weird, and I just ran into that guy.
Wow. Hey, have you watched this new season of Pokemon? Who's in it? Just people. There's no Pokemon in it? Nope. No Pokemon in it. Just people. That's what this would be like. You're gonna meet the cast, everybody from Scooby Doo, just not Scooby himself. Doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense.
I mean, we didn't do many characters. Like, we met Shrek and Donkey. I just used, well, obviously you knew about
Yes.
Donkey because I posted that in mod chat.
Oh yes.
Um, oh, and the Transformers, which is really cool to watch.
Well, I've seen like the videos of Megatron.
Hi,
Whoa!
Yeah, no, to see them walk out and talk with you guys and everything. It was really cool to see.
You know where you're going right now, Kevin?
I do not.
I think you need to go back to where I think her name's Bianca.
No, Bianca doesn't say anything. I just talked with her.
Well, no. You got to go to her, and then you got to go up.
Was it up? Dang it.
To be fair, you had escaped her notice several times.
Yeah. My friend Angie. How you doing? Hi. How you doing, Angie? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're having a great day. And I don't know about you, but I'm really excited.
All right, now it's about getting around this thing, right?
Yeah, but this thing can't.
So, right. So yeah, go. Huh.
Are you still at work, Angie? Or did you get off work?
What do they tell you to do when you talk to them? What do they tell you to do?
Excited? I wonder why that could be. I know. They're being fixed. Yeah. Oh, wait. Go wait around Driftfield. They just got home? Nice. Okay.
I wonder how you get around this. Still there, Kevin?
I'm here.
Okay. You went still and silent. So
Yeah, I know. Sleepy mood? Yeah, I feel ya. Give me 1 second. Chat. I just gotta mute real quick.
All right. All right, everybody. So Kevin left me in charge of the chat. So who knows what shenanigans will have transpired by the time he's able to get back. All right. So this is the question. This is the question. All right. So everyone always talks. One of the go-to ones that I've heard is like, "What's your favorite superhero? What's your favorite movie? Stuff like that." So here's mine, and so you need to think about this. What character that you like needs to have a new film or series to make up for a bad film or series that already featured that character? So basically, a good character that didn't get treated, properly, or didn't get shown properly in its cinematic or television series. What character needs a reboot? Let's put it that way. What character needs a reboot in your mind? Go. Oof. Yep. No. This takes some thought. I'm able to ask this question because I've already got my answer ready to go, but that's I've had this answer for a while. Well, let's see what we got, what we can come up with. What character needs a reboot? All right, I personally didn't like the Captain Marvel too much. Thought it could be better. It wasn't a bad movie, but it wasn't my favorite. Okay, that's fair. Oh. So, for me, there is a character that has been one of my favorite, like, fictional characters since I was, like, 5 or 6. This character was basically in pulp novels in the 20s and 30s. Had a radio show in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Comic books since the 50s. Has been owned by DC, by Dynamite Comics, by Dark Horse Comics. The character I'm talking about is the Shadow. My favorite, like, superhero character, the Shadow. Got a movie in 1994 starring Alec Baldwin. The movie is fine if you're a fan, but it wasn't good.
Alec Baldwin is a superhero, and something about that just doesn't seem right.
Exactly. Thank you, Gemini. Exactly. So that's mine. The Shadow is such an awesome character. He's dressed in all black with a black cape and a black fedora, but with a blood red scarf around the lower half of his face that goes down to, like, the floor. He's such an epic character. Like, Google the Shadow, and once you get past Shadow the Hedgehog, you will see the Shadow, and he is awesome. Now, okay, so we have another one by Kyle. Okay, Hulk. After Professor Hulk being a boomer who's down with the kids, oh my gosh, that was funny, but needs to change if we get more Hulk. You know what? That's fair too. I think that's fair. Gemini, what character do you think deserves a reboot? Like, what character has had? Yeah, like, if a character has been portrayed in a film or a TV show, but you personally don't think that it did the character justice, that the character is a good character and needs to be rebooted to do him justice. Like I said, mine was The Shadow because one movie in 1994, and it starred Alec Baldwin. I think it could be done better. The character, for me, The Shadow, is awesome. And so we've got here, we've already had Captain Marvel and the Hulk suggested.
Okay, so first, before I say mine, as far as Captain Marvel, I kind of agree, Angie, because I like Captain Marvel, and I think Brie Larson did a good job with what she was given, but she was given so little because the character had like no personality. So like I feel like the best moments in that film were when she was interacting with Nick Fury, and like
Right.
it kind of, but like when she was just by herself, there wasn't much personality because they didn't give her much of a personality, which was a weird choice. But like I think there was so I think like I don't think they necessarily need to reboot the entire character. I just think in future outings for the character, give them more personality, give Brie Larson more to do, because again, I think she did a good job with what she was given, but she was given so little.
Also, hi, Nisha.
Hello. But then also my thing with the Hulk, at least the MCU interpretation of the Hulk, is that it feels like a different character in almost every movie that he's in.
Agreed.
Like Thor Ragnarok Hulk versus Infinity War Hulk versus Endgame Hulk versus, let alone the Incredible Hulk, which is just
was the Hulk even in Infinity War long enough to be considered a character in the film? Because I know he was in the beginning fighting Thanos, but then he pretty much was benched the entire rest of the movie.
And yeah, there was never a really good explanation for that also. That's the other thing.
I really feel like they should delve into Hulk being scared. I think that would have been very interesting.
Well, yeah, if it actually explored that more, then it would have been interesting. But then it was just like, nope, he's good now in the next movie. So I think like they could have done a lot more with that. But I mean, I just hope they just kind of solidify. And then there was like a thing where it was like there was like, in what was it? Which one was it? It was I think it was Age of Ultron, where there was that whole like romantic subplot with Natasha for like some reason.
Well, here's the thing. You say for some reason, I was kind of into the two of them liking one another. Like, and that was probably less Natasha and Bruce Banner. It was probably more Mark Ruffalo and Scarlett Johansson just having really good chemistry to me. Yeah. So I was totally behind that. But it was there for one movie and now it's anywhere. Exactly.
It's just like, it feels like they're trying to do a different thing with Hulk every movie, and it just, nothing ever seems to go anywhere. So I hope they just, in future outings, they just kind of solidify something. But, okay. As far as, I mean, Fantastic Four is a good example of just like...
That's fair.
A good move, just make a... Like, I think, like, the first, the non-MCU, the first non-MCU Fantastic Four isn't terrible, but it's still not, like, amazing by any means.
Wait a minute. I'm assuming you're referring to the one where...
Not Fan Four Stick.
No. I know you're not talking about that, but you said the first non-MCU one. And technically, there was one like in the early '90s that was.
Okay. The second. Okay, no, that's not that. I refuse to believe that exists. No, we don't.
Well, it technically exists. The company made it just so they could hold on to the rights of the film. You mean the one that actually?
If we pretend it doesn't exist, then it doesn't exist.
You mean the one that actually did well enough in the box office to get the second one with the Silver Surfer?
Yeah, I don't think those, like, at least they were both better than Fan Four Stick, but they were just kind of, like, eh.
Yeah.
I mean, I think just if we get, like, a good interpretation of that, then just, I mean, that's, as far as, like, personal, I mean, I don't know. I don't really, I guess I don't really know, like, any, like, so many other, like, super, I mean, I guess, is I like Wonder Woman. I did not like Wonder Woman 1984, as we talked about.
We're about to have a discussion. Okay.
Talk about Wonder Woman 1984 and how bad that movie is.
See, I don't call Wonder Woman 1984 a bad movie. I call it a frustrating and infuriating movie because. To me, and you might disagree, Gemini, we can talk about this, but to me, the problems with that movie was that they had too many good or interesting ideas and tried to do all of them instead of just picking a couple and focusing on those few. It's like we got 12 cool things that Wonder Woman could be doing. Well, the average movie would say, well, here, let's pick 3 and save the others for the next one. They were like, no, let's do them all and not do any of them well because you tried to do everything.
Yeah, and then none of this other thing, like none of them, not even one idea is done well. It's like, and I think that I agree that it's infuriating, like especially like
because I sit there and I'm like, okay, this is a cool idea, but because you're cramming so much in here, you're only showing it on screen for a minute 30 seconds, and then we're never gonna talk about it again.
It's like structurally, I think, just from a structural standpoint, it's bad, but also just like like from a character standpoint, it's that like the whole, I don't even remember her name, but like the basically the girl, like who was like, I want to be like Wonder Woman, or I want to be like
the cheetah tigress woman,
Puma, whatever her, yeah.
Oh,
well,
Puma.
That's the thing. That was just introduced. She's like, I want to be an apex predator now. And then
okay,
like,
this is a random tangent, but as soon as you said Puma, I immediately think of the really doofy Puma cartoon from Looney Tunes, who's all like, hey, yeah, where's the rabbit? You know, like, that's immediately what I think about when you say Puma, but that's extremely random. That's a deep cut reference. Anyway.
But I don't, like everything they introduced, it's like, oh, this is a cat now. Like, oh,
here's the
Wonder Woman
one
turns
thing.
invisible now. It's
Here's the one thing I think Wonder Woman 1984 probably did the best and did something original. And that's the villain. Not the cheetah girl. Not cheetah girl. The guy.
I don't like that villain either.
Well, okay, hold on. Think about this. Since for 100 years, we've had stories kind of like, the magic lamp, you get 3 wishes, with this mechanic in a story where something or someone is provided or providing a wish or wishes. And we often joke about, if I had a wish, I would wish for 1,000,000 wishes or things like that. Well, to me, this is the first time that the you get a wish mechanic was ever handled in a unique or creative way, because what he wished for was to become the granter of wishes. Like, to me, I was like, okay, that's kind of interesting. I think that's a cool idea.
Which is another. He wished to become the stone, and then he gained the stone's powers. Which is another.
But like I said, but think about this: if the story's plot had been far less cluttered, and basically instead of having,
that could have been an interesting premise, but it also,
I think they could explore that more.
It also executed it terribly because one, it just didn't make sense. Like the rules of the stone were so inconsistent.
Yes, agreed.
He's like, oh well, I can like, oh my! Don't even get me started on the TV and like this wave.
Oh yeah, no.
How that can touch because the frequency of the TV is carrying.
Because technically, when you're on television, that means that you're physically touching everybody watching. Like, no.
Yeah, that's how that works. And
Also, that's exactly how that works.
I feel like you can't talk about Wonder Woman 1984's problem without bringing up the fact that, like, why did what's the guy's, Chris Pine's character, need to come back in a different man's body?
That was so freaky!
And then she sleeps with that. It's
like that poor man basically is possessed, right? He's basically possessed by this World War I fighter pilot.
For the record, I still haven't seen. For the record, I still haven't seen the newest one.
Well, you're not missing anything.
I will act like normally I'd say like
my mother watched it on the my mother watched it on the plane. Coming back home from Florida. Am I still muted?
We can hear you.
I know you guys can. Oh, wait, good. Okay.
Your call is showing up on the stream, so I assume it is.
Yeah, because that's going to show up on Discord because I'm using Discord.
And you did say that you were muted, Kevin. And then it says, okay, you're good now.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering. Yeah, guys, I had to step out for a few minutes. I had to take care of something. Anyway, hi, Gemini.
But no, I'm gonna use the example of the invisible jet. So all of a sudden, they're getting in a jet. And they start to take off. You'd think that Wonder Woman would have been... I mean, she's an intelligent person. And she doesn't think about radar until after they're already taking off.
Well, you didn't even touch the first problem with that. Is that how is the guy even able to fly the jet? He's a 1930s, 40s pilot. How is he able to fly a 1980s plane?
Earlier than that, this is like 1920s. This is World War One that they was doing this.
Oh, okay. Okay. And regardless, he shouldn't be able to fly the plane in the first place. But even if we put aside that, she's like, I forgot about radar. Well, I guess. Oh, here's the solution. I'll just become invisible. Or well, here's my.
This is something I've been practicing. Wait, what? When was this a thing?
Can't believe you're not making a new thumbnail. Canceled. I didn't have time. I got held up at work. I didn't get off till 5:30, almost an hour later. Then I recorded a new video after work, and then went live. So that's all I got.
But anyway, so that's my thing, and it sounds like that you pretty much agree with me, Gemini, that it's a hot mess.
There's just so much.
That's a combination.
There's just so many problems with it. Like it's like actively like if you want to just feel incredulous while watching a movie, watch Wonder Woman 1984.
Because, like I said, I will sit there and be like, Gal Gadot is a wonderful actress, and I see a lot of.
Your first Wonder Woman is great.
Oh, absolutely. And I'll watch 1984, and I'll be like,
because it's working. I mean, it's the truth. I literally didn't get off work until 5:30 when I was supposed to only work till 4:30. And then, literally the second I sat home, grabbed some crackers because my stomach is off, and recorded a video, and now we're live.
Bada bing, bada boom. But to me, nothing is more frustrating than seeing the potential for good ideas or for good things, and then seeing that potential wasted because you couldn't follow through with it. And when watching 1984, that happens like 15, 20 times. That, to me, is why that movie is so frustrating.
Yeah, to answer your original question, Will, it's
yes.
I don't want them to reboot the Wonder Woman character. I just want another Wonder Woman movie that's better than 1984. A better sequel.
So, Kevin, the question was, what character that has had a movie or a TV show that they did not do the character justice? They misused the character, or the script wasn't written well, or it wasn't shot well. For whatever reason, it was bad. It was a flop. What character?
I thought it was just superheroes. Okay.
No, it doesn't have to be. I personally picked the Shadow, which is technically a superhero, but it could be any character. So the question is, what character deserves a reboot?
I definitely agree. And like I said, the Angie's thing was, is that I agree that the Fantastic Four movies, the first one I actually enjoyed, but the other ones not so much.
We were just talking about that.
Right.
It was just like. The first one wasn't terrible. It wasn't amazing, but it was fine. And then the sequel was, and then Fan4stick was Fan4stick. Yeah.
Oh, Will's evolving.
Yay!
Ooh.
Moltres.
I'd watch the first two over the 2015. I actually never saw the 2015 one. I just heard that it wasn't. Oh, Seal. I heard it wasn't as good as the other, as the original one.
It's not very good. It's really not.
Heard. And that's why I'm excited to see what they do with the, because now that the MCU is making one, since they announced it in the thing.
So here's one, and this actually is going to happen. So this is already technically in the works, but I guess I can say it since it's not like there's not even a trailer out for this yet. Another character, and I guess this is still in the superhero vein. Another character that deserves a
best
reboot.
ever. No, but I'd allow myself to suffer. Yeah, that's true.
Another character that deserves a reboot is Green Lantern.
Yes.
Green Lantern is too
definitely
interesting a character to not have a good movie.
I want Ryan Reynolds. I want it to all be Ryan Reynolds again, but just a completely different movie and just completely non-address. To have it still be Ryan Reynolds, but just make it a completely different character.
You know what they ought to do for the new Green Lantern movie? They ought to not tell anyone that Ryan Reynolds is going to play Sinestro or the big villain in that movie. Even if he's like the voiceover and the villain's like
I
full
fell asleep
CGI.
in theaters during the Green Lantern. I haven't even seen it. I'll be honest. I actually no. I began part of it, but I never finished it, and
It is.
I'm really glad I haven't.
It's
seen it.
not great. In fact, to me, probably the worst thing about it is that it's very forgettable.
Well, the one thing I remember in Deadpool is at the end of, I forget, was it Deadpool 2?
It was Deadpool 2 when he got the time machine.
Yeah, that one. And when he went to the spoilers for anyone that hadn't seen Deadpool 2.
I don't know if it's really a spoiler. It's just an end cutscene.
Well, yeah.
Spoilers for the post-credit scenes.
Yeah. But when Ryan Reynolds' character went back in time and he killed or Deadpool went back in time and killed.
So yeah, you're going around in a circle on this.
He killed Ryan
Deadpool
Reynolds'
killed
character.
Ryan Reynolds reading the script for Green Lantern.
Yeah, that's how bad it was. And even Ryan Reynolds knows this.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds is very self-aware.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm.
Oh, man, I keep thinking about superheroes. Again, this doesn't have to be superheroes, but man, I keep thinking of them. So, I think this needs to be rebooted and not necessarily with a different actor. I just think better writing and directing needs to be applied to this character. Wolverine. Hugh Jackman still needs to play him,
Yeah.
but my gosh.
So we talk about the X-Men
Wolverine
films
movies
now.
are-
I mean, ironically, just as
Wolverine movies are like a
Will
mixed
said
bag.
that. Wolverine. Okay, here's the thing.
Logan was beautiful.
Logan was a good one.
Oh,
yes.
really?
No, here's
You know,
Logan was-
I always forget about Logan. I've yet to watch that.
here's the thing.
Oh my
Here's
god, it's
here's
easily the one of
it's
the,
a
probably
really
the best
good
X-Men
one.
film.
Here's the thing. Okay, I forgot where we had to go. Here's the thing with the X-Men films. Now that Hugh is no longer with them, they're not good. Like,
I mean,
a bunch of the new characters, not even new characters, but the remake ones now. Because, like, it's obviously all part of the same universe. But the fact that they've changed so much. Like, the first few were really good. Logan was a really good one. But it's just... It's one of those things where it's just like...
X-Men films are a mixed bag. Because, because now New Mutants was the last Fox X-Men film. So, and that was, I didn't watch New Mutants, but
Neither I.
from what I heard, it wasn't very good. And then the only other one that came out after Logan, if I remember correctly, was, did Apocalypse come out before or after Logan?
I don't remember.
Let me check, but then...
Logan was just amazing. Logan was really, really good.
Then there was Dark Phoenix, which was like a attempt number 2.
Actually, no, I don't even think I saw... No, I didn't even see Dark Phoenix, actually.
It was attempt number 2 to do the Dark Phoenix storyline, because the X-Men The Last Stand was X-Men The Last Stand. But then, I didn't see Dark Phoenix either, but from everything I heard, it was worse than The Last Stand, which is saying something.
Do you guys
Yeah,
know that
so-
everything great about series, the opposite of cinema sins?
Oh yeah, well, there's everything
I
wrong
have heard
with.
of
So then there's. Well, I'm sure you know everything wrong with Kevin, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's also there's like a countered. No, I don't want to say counter channel, but there's like a channel that's basically the
Oh,
opposite,
okay,
where it's
that's
called
what's up.
Cinema Wins.
Oh, that's cool. I actually own. I remember now. I bought Logan, and I have it on Blu-ray. I've
Watch
yet
it.
to.
It's
Definitely watch it, Will.
it's so good.
It's a really good movie.
I will do that. I will definitely do that.
It's a really
Again, it's probably the best X-Men film.
Oh,
Yeah. But as far as I feel like X-Men movies are just such a mixed bag. Like,
I
some are-
really enjoyed X-Men First Class. I
God
enjoyed that.
damn it, Ian.
First Class was decent. I felt like from what I remember about it, I just felt there was something I just felt off about it. What I remember about it.
See, I really liked seeing Magneto's backstory. Like, I
That was
really,
interesting.
I liked seeing. They basically made him more of a sympathetic character, which I really appreciated.
I think one of my things was that it felt like it didn't feel like they. Unless I'm just.
Why do you have fusion
misremembering.
flare?
Like, never underestimate Yanma. Or Yanma, however. But
Hey, Eternal, how
I-
you doing, man?
Hey, Eternal.
How's it going? Welcome into the stream.
I think just what was I doing? I think the thing that I just felt weird about, or one of the things I felt weird about First Class was that, like, unless I'm just not remembering part of it, it felt like they didn't really do enough to, like, establish why Mystique would join, like, abandon her, like, childhood friend, join Magneto.
Agreed. I will
That just felt
concede.
kind of weird.
Yes.
What's good? Not much. Not much at all. We're just talking. Will and Gemini are just talking about movies.
Wait a minute. The question is, what's good tonight? The answer would be a lot. A lot's good, man. Thank you. Yeah, no, a lot's good. What do you mean, no, nothing's good tonight? What does that mean?
Did I say that?
Nothing is good.
You
Oh,
said
hi,
not-
nothing
you said
much.
not
Like,
much.
there's nothing much good tonight?
Well,
Man.
I mean, tonight's not perfect, but, like...
no.
He responded to it so direly.
Well, I mean, I literally just posted what's going on right now, but
No, I know. It's just the way you responded. was-
yeah, I have some behind the
mean-
scenes stuff going on as well. That's why I
I
stepped away
mean,
for a
if
few
you
minutes.
want, you can check your general chat.
Oh, I see my general, and I saw what Ian did.
That was a spirited conversation. That was good. I liked that.
Okay, I did think of one other one though.
Okay, give it to me.
Okay,
Oh, no,
I
no,
know
no,
this movie,
no,
like-
okay.
I know this movie like just came out, but it was so bad. Okay, it didn't just come out, but it came out last year. But it was so bad that I feel like we already need to restart. That movie was Artemis Fowl.
Oh my goodness.
That was maybe the worst film I've ever seen, or at the very least the worst book adaptation I've ever seen.
What was
Ooh,
it?
I don't know if I can call it the worst book adaptation I've
What?
ever seen.
Wait,
It
what
was the
movie
worst
was
book
it?
adaptation I've ever seen.
What movie?
Artemis Fowl.
Never even heard of it.
It's on Disney
It was
Plus.
It's a Disney film. I remember getting a lot of ads for
God
it.
damn it!
I don't know what happened.
They used spite, so I lost half of my PP for a move that was gonna be good against this thing.
You're fine. You won.
Yeah.
As you finish the sentence, you defeat the enemy. But yeah, what was it? Yeah, it was Artemis Fowl. I had already read all the books. Honestly, it's one of the most like unique book series I've ever like read.
That's what I've heard.
I think you especially would like it, Will. I think it's also I mean, I actually didn't technically have to read them. I actually listened to all of the audiobooks. I
Yeah.
highly recommend them. It's a very interesting story, and it tells like it's like a type of story that you don't usually see, which like centers around where the main character of the series, at least at the beginning, is the antagonist, and that's like you see that sometimes, but like I think Artemis Fowl does it very well, and it's something you don't see like too often.
Yeah.
So like, especially for like someone who's like Artemis Fowl who's a child, the point is they pull it off very well. I think it's a very good, interesting series, and I highly recommend it.
That's gonna hurt. Oh, we're fine.
You know what?
The movie, on the other hand,
I will agree, at least from what I watched. It seemed to me that the premise was very unique and interesting, and it also I'm sorry. I was also going to say that it also seemed to me, based on what I saw, that the source material must be rich with good ideas like this.
oh,
However,
trust me, it is.
the execution of those ideas was some of the most
Dreadful.
puzzling filmmaking I have ever seen. I don't even know how to describe the badness. It just
Oh,
was so poorly made.
oh,
The
trust me, as bad
pacing was ridiculous.
as bad as it is watching it without the context of the books, with the context of the books, it's even worse.
I
Trust
imagine
me.
so.
It's just like I like to be I don't like to be like, oh, it has to follow the book exactly. But like if it's an adaptation of the book and you stray that far away from the material you're basing it on to the point where it's barely even the same story, it's just like it's it feels like the person who made the people that wrote the movie didn't actually read the book. That's how bad of an adaptation it is.
They probably didn't. They probably just had one of their aides give them the gist from what they read of the Spark Notes, and didn't even read any of it.
That's how it felt. It was, oh my god, like the pacing, just every detail about that movie was just so bad.
Okay, so here's kind of a variation then on the question.
I will
I think
cook
this will be
tacos.
interesting as well.
Tacos is good.
What movie or TV show do you think would be deserving of a reimagining? So it's not something that was done poorly. Maybe it was something like a classic that was done really, really well, but you think could be done by a different director and go a different direction.
I'm gonna order the coat soon. Sounds good, Brian.
So here's what I'm thinking. Have you ever seen? Now this is kind of old, but have you ever seen the movie Clue?
No, I
Based on the
that
board game Clue.
I love that film.
I
You love it?
I used to play Clue all the time when I was a kid with my I just scratched my sunburn. Oh, freak, that hurt. Oh, that hurt. Oh,
Sorry, what just
man.
happened?
I just scratched a sunburn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, the sunburn that I got, that's the worst one I got on the entire trip. On my neck. I went to go, because, like, the little corner of my back is itchy, which is not where a sunburn, so I went back behind my neck, not even thinking, and all of a sudden my nail just went right across the thing, and oh my god, that hurt. Jadaji, can you not be paralyzed, please?
So
what were you saying?
what I was going to say was that can you imagine, no, the basic idea for the movie Clue, Gemini, and do a reimagining so that you could have a new script with the same premise, but with like 7 or 8 of some of the more big name, recognizable actors and actresses from today, but have some of that same like really witty, fast-paced dialogue, but now with modern actors, you know? I think that would be really interesting.
It would be.
Clue is such a unique movie, and it was so ahead of its time.
Agreed.
Especially even just the way they did the ending, just like, or endings, I should say. But like,
Right. Okay. So Kevin, you've never watched the movie Clue, have you?
I've considered it though because I actually enjoy the board game.
Oh, it's
Oh,
nothing
no.
like the board game.
Oh, I know
No,
it's
but
not, but still.
It's really funny. But the awesome thing about the movie...
This audio is seriously annoying me right now.
Oh, yeah. The awesome thing about the movie, Kevin, is there are 3 different endings.
And when it was airing in theaters, what they would do is basically they would just randomly pick one of the endings and play it. That way, when you went, you wouldn't know which ending you would get.
And we had it on DVD. And what was awesome was you could basically, when you would hit play,
So Sharon
it would
had
ask you if you wanted to select a specific ending or if you wanted it to be random. And we always did random. That way we never knew what ending we were going to get when we watched to the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Now, last year it was included on Amazon Prime, and Amazon Prime streaming did it differently. I think even Netflix did it this way when it was on Netflix a while ago. And what happens is...
Can we just talk about really quick that both these trainers are both randomized and somehow they both got a rose raid?
Funny, isn't it? Funny how life works. But when you stream it, it'll play the first ending, and then when it gets to the end of that ending, it'll say a title will appear on the screen that says, "But it could have happened like this," and then it goes and shows you the second ending. Then it does it again for the third. So I personally don't care for that. I think it's a lot more fun to watch it and have one of the endings happen. And if you want to then go back and watch the other 2 endings, you can. Or if you want to just, the next time you watch it, let it be random. I mean, that's just my personal opinion.
Well, see, I think the option... I think there should
And
be
you
like
have
an
a
option
ho-oh.
where it's like the DVD says, where you can choose one, or you can set it as random, or you can choose to have all 3. That way... Because when I first watched it, it was when it was on Netflix, and I did appreciate just having it be just it plays all 3 endings back to back. I appreciate that because then I got to just experience them easily all there. But
I guess that makes sense.
I also think it would be cool if they have the option where you can set it to be a random one. Especially because Netflix has already done something not the same, but it did something similar where
with Bandersnatch.
With Bandersnatch, where it was basically a choose your own adventure game but a movie, and also they did the one for Togekiss. He's Togekiss.
That's a really good mon.
What's his ability?
Good question. Compound eyes.
All right, so Gemini, what movie do you think deserves a reimagining?
Oh, that's a... Ooh. I don't know. I can't think of, like... I don't know. I think... I'm trying to think of older
That's not who
movies
I meant to level up.
Oh.
It'll all come out in the wash, Kevin.
A deerling. I'm a deerling. Whoa.
You are. Have you watched a lot of older films, Gemini?
I've watched some because my dad has shown me a lot of older films, so I've seen a lot of them. Interestingly, Clue was not one of the ones he showed me. I just have some friends showed it to me. I have seen. I'm just trying to think of ones that I can like.
Okay, here's one. Here's an old movie, or older movie that I saw that I personally did not like. Alien.
What?
Yeah.
Alien.
Kevin!
I love Alien.
I really didn't care for Alien.
Alien is a classic.
I know. I didn't care for it.
So this is the original Alien with Sigourney Weaver.
Yes, the original one.
Okay, I want to make sure.
Because if you're referring to Alien Resurrection,
no,
reasoning.
Not any of the new ones.
Reasoning.
I'm talking about the original one.
Okay. Reasoning. Please provide reasoning.
I just when we watched it, I just didn't get it. I didn't really enjoy it. Like, we watched it and I was just like, okay. I really just didn't enjoy it that much as other movies.
You find it boring?
I wouldn't necessarily say boring, but at the same time, I guess.
Wow.
I mean, I guess it is it's like a purposely more slower paced film, I guess, but...
Man, I think Alien is a really well-made film. Like, it's really
I agree.
impressive.
I mean, if you don't like it, that's fine. I guess that's just why I asked for reasoning, because I'm just trying to think of, like...
I just
can
really
see,
didn't like it. Like, I couldn't really get into it. And you have a
Did you watch Alien? Because Aliens, the sequel,
No, I haven't
is
seen it.
less like a slow burn horror
I haven't
and
seen
more
the
of like an
sequel.
action suspense film.
Well, here's the next
Yeah,
thing.
Aliens-
Here's the next thing too. I also don't enjoy horror.
Well, then that's probably why you didn't care for the Alien film, because it's definitely more of a horror
That's
film.
probably it. Like,
Aliens,
I don't like
Horror
scary
is
films.
such-
I don't like scary films. I don't like horror films. So it's like,
I feel like that's the thing. Horror is such just a wide genre. Like, I don't like some genres of horror, but then there are other genres I do like or subgenres, I guess you could say. Like, I really like psychological horror, but like I'm not like as big of a fan of like slasher films and just
like there was this movie I started watching on the plane back home on Sunday or whatever day it was, and I originally started watching it because it said it was like not a murder mystery, but it was kind of like a mystery thriller. I was like, all right, this actually might be interesting, and then I realized it came out last year, I think. Hold on, I'll look it up in a second. Because I had the girl that played in Detective Pikachu.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what movie this is.
Hold on, give me a
I'm not
second.
sure.
It is... Yeah, Catherine Newton. That's who it was. It was called Freaky.
Oh my gosh, you watched Freaky?
With Vince Vaughn.
I've never heard of this movie.
Okay, so basically think about the concept of Freaky Friday, but make it where instead of like a mother-daughter switching bodies, a teenage girl and a grown man
killer.
psychopathic murderer
Yeah.
switch bodies.
Oh,
That's-
isn't that a comedy movie?
It was supposed to be... Yeah, it was supposed
It's
to
a
be
dark comedy, yes.
It was supposed to be a comedy thriller, and then but they had the wrong description on the plane. So I'm watching the thing, I'm just like I see the first kid get killed, and then I'm just sitting there, I'm just like, all right, I had enough of this.
Well, hey,
That was not the button I meant to hit.
so you just stopped watching after the opening scene?
It was after like almost 20 minutes in, I'm just like, all right, I had enough of this.
I don't know. I haven't seen the movie, but I mean.
I'm also not the biggest fan of murders and all that either.
I mean, I'm also not the biggest fan of murder.
Well, you know, in real life, I'm certainly not
in
either.
real life. We're talking about movies.
I mean, I feel like that's a very like general statement. I feel like it heavily depends on the context of the movie. I mean,
Well,
I don't like seeing the murder, I guess.
I mean, you gotta keep. I mean, well, here's the thing. I used to have a ton of nightmares as a kid, revolving around like, and I think this is part of the reason I don't like scary films. I used to have so many nightmares as a kid, revolving like death and shootings and stuff like that, and it's just
I can understand what you're talking about.
and I think that's the real reason why I never like watching those kind of movies. Like my mother
So-
tried to get me to watch it. I'm like, no.
That's not a movie.
Here's another thing that I still don't know to this day why. fucking Chucky.
Did you watch Chucky?
No.
Watch Chucky?
I
Child-
have never
Child's
seen.
Play,
I
whatever
have
it's called?
never seen the movie. Have no intention to watch the movie. That stupid doll has freaked me out ever since I was a kid, and I still
I mean,
can't
it's
stand.
supposed to be scary.
And I still am like, I'm not petrified of him to this day, but I see him and I'm just like, nope, get him off my screen. Nope, nope, nope. I cannot stand Chucky, and I don't know why. I really don't know why, because I have never seen the movie. I don't know if it was just something that happened as a kid. I don't know if I somehow came across a scene or something. I don't know. Apparently, my mother said at one point that when we were in the movie store or something, apparently I was holding Child's Play because of the doll. And I'm trying to tell my mother that I wanted the movie. And she's like, no. But I don't think that was the reason. I don't know.
I mean,
But yeah,
that's
Chucky.
the
But
point.
Chucky.
It's supposed to be a scary design.
But Chucky, I have been scared of Chucky ever since a kid.
So, I never liked anything scary. Never wanted to watch anything even remotely scary. And then junior year of college, had a crush on a girl and had taken her out on a date, and she wanted to do a movie night, and I found out she was a huge horror movie fan, like to the point where, did you know, I don't know if you knew this, but apparently there was this thing, all the Paranormal Activity films, though in the first couple of those only got brought to your local theater if you basically wrote to your local theater demanding that they show the film. And if you did that and you were helped get the film released in your theater, your name actually got included in the film's credits.
Really?
And this girl's name appears in the credits of like Paranormal Activity 3 or something. So, major fan. So I started in college trying to learn how to watch scary movies. It was awful.
I don't know if you stay here, Brian, but you're a heat mower. Yeah, no, I don't do horror. I don't do scary, and it's just.
So I've now reached the point, though, and it's. I mean, we're talking almost 10 years later. I've reached the point now where I will be in the mood to watch something scary. Now, I still do not like gore, like what you're talking about with like slasher films.
Yeah.
I do not enjoy watching gore. Now, there are some scary films where there's a little bit of gore, and I can look away in those scenes and be fine. But
like for sure, porn films like the Saw and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, I've not watched Saw. No. I don't intend to watch Saw.
Never. I could never do that.
Same.
That does not look like something I would enjoy.
If you're into that, okay. I don't understand how.
Oh, that's the thing too. Yeah, no. If you're into those kind of movies and all that, and so be it. I'm not gonna judge you. I just personally.
Oh no. Here's the thing. I didn't care for any scary films for the majority of my life. The thing that got me started to where I began to build up a tolerance and now actually enjoy really well-made scary films like The Shining and stuff like that are just.
The Shining's great.
They're just really well-made films. They're scary, but they're really well-made films, and I enjoy watching them.
Hey, Devin.
To be honest, I didn't find The Shining very scary, I guess.
All right.
The first time I watched The Shining, I could not sleep that night. I don't know what you were talking about, Jim.
So I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna end the game part here because I have no idea where I'm going from here. But I'll keep the stream going for a little bit and just kind of turn into a little podcast stream at the end.
Sure. But anyway, what I was going to say was the thing that kind of started to help me build up a tolerance. And it's funny, it's kind of the direction you almost unintentionally went in, though I do think Freaky is far too gory for someone to start off with. I liked.
Was it gory? Okay.
Oh my gosh. I've not even watched it. I've just seen people review it, and it's like, wow, that movie's got some gore.
Yeah, that makes a little more sense then.
Yeah, I've not watched it. But the films that I started watching that kind of helped me build up a tolerance were the more funny comedy, poking fun at the genre. So there's a movie called Cabin in the Woods.
Oh God.
Oh, Cabin in the Woods is like it's just an iconic film.
This was the first scary movie I watched with this girl in college. I curled up in a ball during the movie, and now I can watch it and actually see all the funny stuff going on in it.
Their music's pretty. Imagine Dragons is my favorite band of all time. That's why I had that poster. But I love those guys. I was actually wearing a Imagine Dragon shirt the other day on vacation.
But here's the other one, and Kevin, if you ever do get a chance to watch this one, this is one of the funniest films.
Okay.
It's called Tucker and Dale versus Evil, and it is hilarious. If you've never heard of Tucker and Dale versus Evil, it is worth watching. I promise.
I've watched Chip and Dale.
That is a
Very different. Very different.
I'm looking up the
Okay,
thing too because the other thing was
Evil just messed with the wrong hillbillies. That is the tagline apparently of this movie.
That is an awful tagline.
Yeah, it is.
But no, I'm serious. If you get the chance to watch that film, it is worth the watch. There are one or two moments where I had to look away, but that was only about 10%. The rest of the movie is just so good. It's worth seeing.
Okay, all right, if we're gonna talk about stupidest movies,
Stupidest movies.
Well, that's it.
I thought that's the way you said for a second there.
Oh no, I just said it is worth a watch. It's really good.
Well, regardless, I'll get this out there and say this. Stupidest movie I've ever seen in my life, and I will stand by it to this day, that you will literally have to force me.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna bring up Holy Grail, Monty Python,
yes.
aren't you?
Oh, okay.
I can.
I'll be
That
honest.
literally was the stupidest movie I've ever watched,
Okay,
and I
I'll
will
be
not
honest,
watch it again because it was so stupid.
I've seen most of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I think there's a little bit in the middle I haven't seen. I just didn't really find it that funny. I'm gonna be honest.
I didn't either. I thought it was the stupidest movie I've ever watched in my
I
life.
wouldn't go as far as to say it's unwatchable. I just personally.
I think
just
it
didn't
was
find
one of
it
the
funny.
stupidest movies I ever watched in my life.
I'm sorry.
I wouldn't go
I'm
that
so
far,
sorry.
but-
I find enough funny in that movie to make it worth watching.
And that's fine if you liked it. I remember they were talking about it in somehow it got brought up at one of Lindsay's Sleepwalk, and Mark was in call with them, and I remember he talked about it. He's just like, yeah, Spark.
For real.
But it was funny because he somehow it came up, and Mark said something. And I actually commented, I'm like, all right, I'm sorry if I offend anyone. I'm sorry for what I'm about to say. And Brian made it, he's like, oh, Kevin's about to say he hasn't seen it. I'm like, oh, no, I've seen it. Stupidest movie I've ever seen, and I will not watch it again.
So what makes you adamantly refuse to watch it? Because I didn't find it very funny, but
I didn't find it funny.
I'm
I did not
refusing.
find it. I literally just sat there, and I literally just looked at my mother, and I just look at her, and I'm just like, pardon my language. And I said to her, what the fuck did you just show me?
Did you watch the whole thing?
That is
Most
an
of it.
extreme reaction. I
She
didn't
did
find it
fast
funny,
Your
but
mother.
She
that's
did.
a reaction.
She doesn't care.
It's just such an extreme reaction to this.
No,
movie.
here's the thing.
Like,
Here's the thing, though. I literally looked at her and said that, and I was just like, "What did I just watch?" And I just sat there, and I'm just like, I really didn't laugh. Many like I think only,
Okay,
I think
you know
only,
what?
I think there was only one thing that kind of got me to chuckle a little, but still, like I'm probably exaggerating
What
a
was
little bit.
that?
I'm probably
What was that?
I don't remember.
Was it the?
I
It's just a
mean,
flesh wound.
No.
I didn't-
Really? That's so funny.
Yeah. What are we talking
I
about? Monty
personally was
Python
like,
and the Holy
okay.
Grail, aka the stupidest movie I've ever watched in my life.
I think okay. I found the Trojan rabbit thing kind of clever. I guess.
Oh, God,
I-
the freaking rabbit.
I guess that was kind of clever, but then it
Well,
was
they
just like,
forgot
okay,
to
so
get
they didn't
into it.
in. But then it was just kind of like,
My mom-
I appreciate the historical reference, but then it's just they didn't. Joke was that they didn't get in it, and I was like, okay, I guess.
Well,
in
then the other
theory, that
thing.
is
Well, then the other
funny,
thing.
but, like,
The other thing was is that then he was just. I just didn't. I don't get it. I really
Okay,
didn't.
so I think this will help me understand.
Mhm.
So, Kevin, forget about Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
What are three, let's say, three comedies, purely comedy, not an action film that has some really funny lines in it? I mean, like a legitimate, this genre of film is a comedy. What are three comedies that had you in stitches?
Okay, well, I've never been in stitches, but the one movie that comes to mind is The Princess Bride.
Hilarious.
Yeah. I liked that. That was a pretty good one.
I
Saw
you
it.
didn't like
I
The
saw
Princess
it. I did. I saw it in
Bride? Did
school.
or didn't?
Did.
Did, okay. Okay.
I for some reason saw it in middle school.
Wow.
I don't think any film has ever left me in stitches just because I don't know. I guess I just don't have those reactions. But like, The Princess Bride is one of my favorite movies. I just find
It's a
it
good
very.
one.
I think I don't know. I guess I other films I like that are like kind of comedy films, but like. I mean, another one of my favorite films is The Big Sick, but I guess that's more of like a romantic comedy. It's also kind of like sad film, so I don't know. If
Why is it the fun? I
don't
look
really
up.
know how
I
to-
look up friggin' comedy films. I'm curious to see what and then like
First
I
one that came up is Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
no, but one of the ones
Okay.
was one of the movies because I had seen this one was Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights?
Yeah, with Ricky Bobby
I-
or Will Ferrell.
I've heard of that movie. I've never seen it.
I
don't know what
did
it's
see. I
about.
did see that one, and actually wasn't. It wasn't like the funniest movie I've ever seen. I mean, I love Will Ferrell, but it definitely wasn't the funniest one. Oh, why is Forrest Gump considered a comedy? Yeah, I guess.
Think so. Ish.
Oh, actually, because is that what it is? No, it's
Okay,
not.
this was my idea, but it sounds like this is just not working. Okay, so
I
let me
can't
put you
really
this way,
think of any
Kevin.
comedy films that are like.
Let me put you this way, Kevin. How do you feel about like the slapstick type of comedy of the Three Stooges?
I could watch it.
I think it just gets kind of boring.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like it's been just done so often that it's. I feel like unless it's done in like a very like unique, creative way, that I just don't really like respond to it.
Okay, really quick.
What about
Here's-
the pointless humor of like the TV show Seinfeld?
I like Seinfeld's a good show.
When it's done correctly, I think it's good. It just has to be done correctly.
What about the like super witty humor of like The Big Bang Theory?
I
I
would
love
disagree
Big
that
Bang.
the humor of The Big Bang Theory is super witty,
I
but
love Big Bang.
I have. I'm just not gonna talk about The Big Bang Theory.
Wow.
Real quick. So I want to say really quick before we forget this. With Forrest Gump, you guys, have you both seen Forrest Gump?
Oh yes.
I actually haven't seen Forrest Gump.
Oh,
Will-
it's awesome. My dad and my grandmother are in
Sure
it.
it is. I just haven't
Will,
seen it.
do you remember the shrimp place?
Yeah.
Bubba Gump shrimp.
Yeah.
I went there while on vacation.
Nice.
We actually went there because they had one in Universal, so we actually
Oh,
went to
yeah.
Bubblegum Shrimp, which was actually pretty
I
neat.
don't know if I've been to that one. I've been to other bubblegum shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
But no, my dad and my grandmother were extras in that movie.
That's cool.
I remember you saying that.
It was parts of it were shot near my hometown. And then my dad really enjoyed it, so he just sort of followed them around and was extras in other scenes, other places. He got to meet Tom Hanks.
Now that would be awesome. Yo, Wolf, what's up, man? Welcome on in, man. We're just chilling right now with a podcast stream. We'll probably wrap up here soon. I look up. I'm not asking for the locations where the movie was filmed. I'm asking for locations of where the restaurant is.
Oh.
The first thing is just like, Forrest Gump was filmed in South Carolina. That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it was. No, I went to Bubblegum Shrimp, ironically, during one of the most northern vacations I've ever been on. So I went to Bubblegum Shrimp while I was in New York. I was really curious if Southern food was how it would be if in New York City. I'm like, well, I've eaten other places while I'm here. Might as well try this.
Yeah, because the one in Orlando is at Universal, which is where we went. Apparently, there's also one in Miami.
Well, that's cool.
There's a lot more. A couple in Mexico. One in Canada. Apparently there's one in Ireland. Oh, I mean London. How you doing though, Wolf? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I decided to wrap up with the White 2 stream and then just chill for a little bit. I'll be honest, guys, I actually don't know if I'm going to be live tomorrow night. And I'll probably be live Thursday. I don't know with what yet. We might do Fall Guys. Not sure yet. Figure it out when the time gets closer.
Man, it's 9:30 already.
I'm hanging. Glad to hear it, man. I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while. I mean, I know you've been busy, and I've been busy with work, too.
Okay, here's my last question for the night. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Still in the subject of films, because I feel like that's something everyone could get in on. So there is a popular trend to watch a film that is so bad it's good. A movie that is unintentionally funny for how bad of a film it is.
We wrapped up three-way versus. Oh, that's awesome! I gotta catch up on that series, actually. Sorry, Will.
No, it's fine. So, my question is, if you've ever seen a film like this, what's your favorite so bad it's hilarious movie?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like when you bring this up, I feel like you can't talk about so bad it's good movies without bringing up The Room.
I know that's kind of a stereotypical one, but I feel like I've mentioned that to Kevin, and Kevin's never watched that. So
I just feel like you can't not bring it up in this type of
have you
conversation.
watched The Room?
I haven't either. I just know that if I watched it, I feel like I would have the same reaction that everyone else seems to have. I feel like I would enjoy it as a stupid movie. I've seen scenes in it. It seems like a very bad movie, like a so bad it's good movie. I just haven't like watched it all the way through, but I don't know. I can't think of. I mean, I remember. I mean,
Look, Brian,
this isn't a good.
I'm glad you
Go ahead.
guys. Sorry, I'm still talking with chat. I'm glad you guys had fun with the three-way. It definitely is fun. The ride isn't over yet. I bet so. I bet not. Because aren't you? Didn't you and Ethan start your thing, Brian? I remember you guys were in call in Clover Kingdom while I was away. Damn, sorry.
No, stop. It's fine. So now I've not watched The Room myself. I've seen a lot of people talk about it, and I've seen kind of the biggest, most important clips of it. But no, my one film that is that I did watch as a child, and then watched it again years later because I heard someone say something negative about it, and I'm like, "What are you talking about? I remember seeing that when I was a kid, and I liked it." And I watched it again as an adult, and I'm like, "Wow, that was awful! Like that was hilariously awful." The Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, what a
That's
movie!
awesome, Brian. Glad to hear that. Oh God, the Mario Bros. Movie.
What a movie!
I don't
What
think I
a
ever
movie.
finished that one, honestly.
Well, the thing is, I remember my dad, bring it, like, because we used to get a lot of films from the library. So we
Yeah.
saw that one day, and he's like, "Oh, my child likes video games. Still like this." I guess he hadn't heard of it because he seemed surprised too, from what I remember. But like, he just watched like the first 20 minutes of it, and I'm like, and we were just like, "What is going on? This isn't Mario. What is this?"
The other thing too. What about some of the movies that you would watch as a child that you still could watch as an adult?
You still could watch as an adult?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there are some like, I don't know. I mean, I guess an example would be, well, I think to kind of like go off of that, I think a film that I gained a new a newer appreciation for when I watched it when I was older is Up, which is my second favorite film of all time.
Those are pretty good.
That
A
is
lot
a
of
really
the, a
good
lot
one.
of the Pixar films.
I
Because
mean, yeah, you could say that about like most Pixar films, bar specifically Cars 2. Um, um,
I mean, I love the Cars franchise. I really like. I'll be one to say it, even though I'll say it. I didn't hate Cars 2, but
I mean,
it
I
should
also
not.
didn't completely,
I didn't hate Cars 2.
completely hate it.
It should not have been the sequel, though. It should not
I
have been the sequel.
completely hate it. I didn't completely hate it, but I also recognized that it wasn't a good film. Cars 3, another. I did really like Cars 3.
Cars 3.
think-
Cars 3 is what Cars
I-
2 should have been.
I honestly think Cars 3 is better than the original Cars. I don't know if it's a hot take or anything, but I think that it just has a more.
It was a really. It was such a better written story than what Cars 2. It's just weird. It went Cars, Planes, and then Cars 3.
Oh, well, okay, Planes we don't talk about, and also it's a Disney movie, so we don't have to talk about it with Pixar. It's non-canon, we can say.
Well, so this is what I was gonna like. Obviously, I love the Cars movies. Toy Story is a classic. You can never get you can never get tired of the Toy Story movies. Why we needed a fourth one, I don't know, but that's a different story.
Well, no, I think Toy Story 4. At the very least, I think it. I agree that we didn't necessarily need it, but I also think that what they did made sense.
Oh no, I agree. Like I didn't hate it, but I just remember seeing them like, why?
My problem with Toy Story 4, I think the story was interesting, and I think it made sense except for Buzz Lightyear. He
Oh yeah, I don't know what was going on with that.
very out of character.
That definitely.
No, they just completely
My-
wrecked on his entire 3-movie arc. But other than that, I think it was pretty good.
My biggest problem with Toy Story 4, I guess, is more of personal preference. So this is obviously just my opinion. I really have no evidence to support this, to convince anyone to share this opinion. But as somebody that grew up with the first 3 films, I mean, the first Toy Story came out when I was about Andy's age in the film, and I was going to college when Toy Story 3 came out. Like I felt very emotionally invested in this film series.
Yeah.
I did not like Toy Story 4 because it seemed to undo things in the characters
Yeah. I get
that
that.
had been built up in 3 films. I don't just mean
get that.
making the joke about Buzz Lightyear's arc that basically got reset, but what we had gotten to know about these characters seemed to just
They didn't
completely-
even really have much time with the other toys. Like you didn't see much of Jessie.
which makes sense because some of them are played by actors and actresses who have since passed away. So
Well, yeah. I think Don Rickles was the
That
only
in some
one
ways
though.
makes sense, especially because this at its core was Woody's story.
Right,
It
but
was
still,
right.
but like you saw maybe
Yeah,
5 minutes of each toy, like because I love Slinky Dog, I love the Potato Head, I love Ham. Like those are some of my
That's the thing,
favorite
yeah.
characters, and it's like you just didn't see them, and like even a main character like Jessie, like Jessie's a main character, and
Well, that's the thing. It wasn't. I think that's the thing. It didn't feel like a Toy Story movie.
No.
Because
it should have been
A main
like,
Toy Story-
to go with the spin-off act, like it could have been a spin-off, kind of like maybe like where's Bo Peep been this whole time, all that kind of like tell
that should be the title.
I'm not talking about that's what the title should have been. I'm just talking about kind of go along. No, I'm just saying kind of like go alongside what that would have been like, instead of having it be. Yeah, here's the thing.
It's a weird conundrum because it's
Yeah.
like you can't not be a Toy Story movie because like in the end Woody is at the center of a Toy Story movie. So if you like a movie where he finds Bo Peep isn't really a side movie, but I think what made I don't know, not what made them, but like an important part of the first 3 Story movies is like the overall ensemble. Like,
Well, 'cause the thing was-
ensemble cast aspect of it.
The thing was too when I love Toy Story 3 as much as anyone else that loves the Toy Story franchise, but like the other thing that, because like they obviously had all the main toys that were in the movies, who that Andy kept. There was only a few toys that I feel like they should have also kept. And those few were, I mean, I guess he did stay, but like it was just weird, and how he left was Sarge, the Green Army guy.
Did leave it?
He jumped
No,
out the window
Sarge?
in Toy Story 3. Because
Oh yeah,
all
he just left. Yeah. What
but
So-
but Sarge I felt like was a pretty important character too.
I'll say this, and then I'll go on to bed. Y'all can keep on talking, but I guess for me to kind of bookend my thoughts on Toy Story and this franchise and Toy Story 4, I understand what they did in Toy Story 4. I understand why they did it, and I can't even really find fault in the storytelling and the filmmaking. Like, I watched it and I was entertained while I was watching it, but when the theater lights came back up and the film was over, I just was unsatisfied with what they
Yeah.
chose to do with the characters. Like,
Which makes sense.
it makes
I can
sense in the
understand
context
that.
of the film, but afterwards, I just felt unsatisfied as someone who grew up with these characters to be like, oh,
Yeah.
so that's where we've decided to go with this. Okay,
I can understand.
I liking it to this. I was on board during Force Awakens. As someone who grew up with Luke Skywalker being like the coolest, like the guy that I wanted to be. I know in retrospect you look back and like, wow, he's really whiny in the first film. Like, I get that.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker was kind of like my hero when I was really, really little. Had the action figures, the X-Wing fighter with Legos, like, loved Luke Skywalker.
I mean, that's the thing.
When
The
he-
sixth movie is actually cool.
When he threw away the lightsaber at the beginning of The Last Jedi, it was like a dagger in my heart. Now,
That
in
was,
the context of the film, it makes sense for him to do that.
Yeah, no.
But it still hurts when it's like, that's just, there are other
Right.
ways you could have done this.
I mean, that's the thing.
So, and I'll end with this, and I'm going back to Toy Story. The first film was Woody's the favorite toy, and all of a sudden there's a new toy that's the new favorite. That's the basic issue. In the second one, it's Woody gets broken and discovers that he's a rare antique toy. And so it's a matter of, should an antique toy be played with because that's a toy's purpose, or should it be preserved in a glass box?
Right.
The third one dealt with what happens when you're a toy and the kid who played with you outgrows you. And I think that I really like those. All of a sudden with this, well, Woody's not her favorite anymore. Oh, so he should just leave. Okay. Why wasn't Woody telling toys to do that in the first movie when he was the favorite and everyone else wasn't?
Right.
Like, to me, I wasn't satisfied because I didn't think that that's how things had progressed. That didn't feel like a natural progression to me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I can still acknowledge that it's a very well-made film, and I understand why people like it. I personally
have mixed feelings about it.
I do too.
I have mixed
And
feelings.
I get that. Like, there's something like there was another person when they announced that there's possibility of being a Toy Story 5.
Well,
Don't know what they're gonna
right
do
now
with
there's-
that.
Right now, there's like an in-universe Buzz Lightyear movie, but it's
It's
in the
supposed to be
universe
based
of
off.
Buzz Lightyear.
It's supposed to be how Buzz Lightyear came, who he is, and all that.
Yeah,
but-
but it's like it's not even the toy. It's not even the Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story.
No,
it's
it's
about
not.
The character.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
It's about
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. We're saying the same thing, I think. But
Yeah.
it's in the Buzz Lightyear universe. So I don't know if it's going to be a Toy Story 5 other than that.
No, it's not. No, they've said that they definitely wouldn't be opposed to making a Toy Story 5. But here's the thing, and I remember reading an article about this on what they like. If Toy Story 5 becomes this is what I think the story should be about. And he basically was just like, Buzz Lightyear.
God.
Basically, Buzz Lightyear stops working and kind of misfunctions and all that. And then it comes to find out that there's been a recall on all Buzz Lightyear toys from certain years, with Buzz that Andy had being one of them. And they had to basically return them to the factory where they ended up getting destroyed or whatever. So then it was up to the toys to save Buzz and fix his problems, so that way they could still have his friend. And while all this is happening, Woody, Bo Peep, they were back in town visiting, and they end up going to the factory where Buzz was made to save him with a bunch of the old gang.
And that sounds interesting. That does.
Well, I don't know. Well, for one, I can already think of problems with that. Like, one, why would they be recalling such an old toy from specific time range?
They do it
Like,
all the time. There's been stuff that's been
That
recalled.
old?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but not a toy that old.
No, I've seen stuff that old before.
Well, okay, so Gemini, what they could do is they could make it where there's a re-release of Buzz Lightyear toys, and they'll say, we re-released these toys because we've discovered that all previous models have a potential defect.
Yeah.
So make sure if you've got one, or if your kid's playing with one, make sure you send it into the factory, and we'll send you a coupon to get the new improved.
My cousin had this toy that he had for years that the factory found out like a few years later that the paint that was on the toy was lead paint, and lead paint's not good. So then they recalled all that stuff, and this was a toy that he had for quite a while. So like, there's possibilities of stuff that people have had do get recalled.
Well, yes, but as you said, that was a few years. So that I can see.
It was just an
This is like over. Well, no. Well, I'm just thinking about this is like over 10 years, borderline 20 years later.
I think that's the other thing. Like, would the solution not just be to throw the toy away instead of like returning it? That would just seem like from like a company's perspective. Like, why would they make everyone return the toy? It just seems
I
like
mean,
I,
again, I think it's just kind of looking more into realistic stuff.
But we are
mean,
talking about living toys, so I mean,
yeah,
Yeah.
well, but I
you have
mean
to
that was the
suspend
thing.
your disbelief at least a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I can suspend my disbelief from that, but like everything surrounding the Toy Story universe felt fairly grounded.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but still, like, it's
Okay,
not
so
every little detail is going to be based off of real life.
I've
Well, I
already
mean,
said
the
that I'm going
plot
to have to
is
leave
kind of the
twice.
major
But,
detail.
so I just had a thought.
Hmm.
There's going to be this in-universe Buzz Lightyear standalone film that you mentioned, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Imagine this for me. And I don't know if this would need to be like animated, like a cartoon, or if this would be done live action, or what. But imagine this: what if there was like a little mini series of Woody's Roundup, basically a show modeled after the TV show that Woody watches in Toy Story 2. Like we see a little mini-sodes of Western themed Woody and Jesse and Pete the Prospector. You know, what if we saw that as like a little mini thing like cartoon shorts on Disney Plus?
I'd be okay with that.
I feel like that would be an interesting like short film.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'm not saying a full
Because-
feature length.
well,
I'm not
here's
saying
the,
feature.
here's
I
the
feel
other.
like what you were saying, like mini series. I think it would work well as just like one single featurette, like not like because I feel like you could do like almost like an episode, like one episode of like length of like a normal show, like 22 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, I think that would be interesting.
Well, here's the next thing too that they also mentioned that the guy also wrote was that the Buzz Lightyear figure or Buzz Lightyear factory would be out in Japan. So the toys would have to travel to Japan where they ran into the prospector from Toy Story 2.
Oh.
And he's basically sees Woody and Jesse and tries to basically keep them from going back.
Wait a minute. But that
Wow.
won't work, Kevin.
Yeah, he's in the factory. He's in the museum.
No, he's not. Remember? They got revenge on
Wait.
him by putting him in the little
he's
girl's
with that-
backpack with the Barbie
he's
doll.
with that adult, who's now an adult, likely, or at least. So, wait. Also, since when does that person live in Japan?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that kid
don't
was
know.
still in America.
I was just
Yeah, we're
reading
thinking-
whatever the guy wrote. Yeah, I don't.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
I'm
get
not
that.
correcting you.
I'm just
Yeah.
thinking about the logistics of this. Like,
But you don't
Also,
have
like-
to think
Alright.
about the logistics. It's not. It's an animated movie.
I don't think that's a fair statement. I mean,
Okay. Before that gets any more heated, I'm saying good night. I will talk to you guys later.
I will.
All right. Good night,
Probably wrap
guys.
up stream here anyway. I actually forgot we were streaming. Not gonna lie. Ugh. Anyway, let's go find something to raid. Who can re-raid today? You know what? He rated us yesterday. So I think we can go ahead and send the love back to him. We're going to go ahead and raid my friend Jumanji, who is playing Jackbox right now. So we'll hit him with the hashtag 18 wheeler raid. And I will probably not see you guys tomorrow, but most likely Thursday. Thank you guys all for hanging out. Here's his link. I will catch you guys in the next stream. Keep being awesome, guys. You guys are the best. We'll see you guys next. Heavies. Anyway, bye, guys.